Hey, it's AP, and today we're fixing a leaky tub drain. Check it out. A couple years back, we did a gut renovation of our guest bathroom, and you can watch that process in the video up here and down in the description below. One of the things we did as part of that renovation is install an acrylic fiberglass bathtub. And while those are typically very sturdy, they do have a little bit of flex to them. And if you use your tub a lot, like we do, we have 2 toddlers and they love to take baths, well, over time, the watertight seal around the drain can actually become undone. It can crack, all kinds of things can happen, which will cause leaks and water coming out from the ceiling below. This is a second floor bathroom. So if you've noticed some water coming out of your ceiling, or you've noticed a wet spot or some yellowing, well, you might have a leak in the drain area of your bathtub, especially if you have an acrylic fiberglass bathtub. This is a super easy fix, so let's get to it. But before I show you how easy it is and I save you a few bucks along the way, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it does help me the way I'm about to help you. All right, let's get into the tub and fix this leak. So as you can see, you could use a screwdriver to remove this because there's a slot in here. I'm going to use a 5/8 inch socket to remove this, and it's just super, it's actually I already loosened it up a little bit. But what's great about these Kohler drains is that you don't need a special tool. See, this comes right out, and then this just kind of pops out. And see, there's our old putty. And as you can see, it's quite deteriorated here. So I actually just ran a test to check to make sure that this really was in fact leaking, and so it's already nice and moist. So let's just remove all the old stuff. Just use some paper towels to clean it up. Just gonna wipe this stuff off. Now, another thing that you'll notice in here is that there's a rubber gasket. We're going to remove that too and clean that off. Actually, it seems to be coming off all on its own. And then I'm going to wipe all of this junk off. Look at that. Nice, clean. There, all gone. Then I'm just going to carefully pull this out. Right. Just kind of wipe this stuff off too. If it's cracked or torn or anything like that, then by all means replace it. So see, this is nice and clean now. So I'm going to carefully pop this back in. Try not to accidentally pop it through the tub, because if you don't have access to underneath the tub, then you're going to be kind of screwed. Not screwed, you can just buy a new gasket. Now, if you have the older school drains that have threads on it and they thread into the pipe, you're going to want to grab some Plumbers Tape, wrap that around, and then put your Plumbers Putty here. But because this is not like that, I have this kind of bolt down here, I don't need to use any Plumbers Tape, especially because this thread goes into a place that doesn't necessarily have the potential of dripping out. So that's great. So we're going to grab our Plumbers Putty, and this stuff it's like Play-Doh almost, a thicker Play-Doh. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little snake out of it. I'm going to put it around here at an angle. And don't worry about the potential of overflow, because it's definitely going to overflow. And that's okay. So you're going to want something that looks like this. It looks like a little volcano, right? That's nice and tight in there. There you go. Then we carefully pop it into place, and we just kind of push it in. right? And you already see some of it coming out. And then we take our bolt and we can hand tighten it to start. I wouldn't use a power tool here, use hand tools. I mean, fiberglass, yeah, it's sturdy, but you don't want to go too fast and then end up cracking the entire tub, right? Now we just carefully tighten it down. And you can see this is all coming up. That's okay. It's going where it needs to go. And I'm just getting this as tight as I can. Okay, that is nice and tight. And obviously before this dries, you're just going to want to take off the excess, right? Okay. All right, so now we're going to let this sit for about 24 hours before exposing it to water. So hopefully you have an extra shower or bathtub that you can use, or you just don't need to take a shower for 24 hours, but give it a good 24 hours before exposing it to water because you want it to cure a little bit and become as waterproof as possible. So let's check this in 24 hours.
24 hours later.
Look at that, it's not leaking anymore. All right. No leaks to be found. My ceiling is going to be moisture free and we can now bathe and shower in this bathtub without any worry about leaky water. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you liked this Fix It video, well, check out my Make It videos over at youtube.com/madebyap, where I make all kinds of fun things, from models to props to cosplay items to furniture, all kinds of DIY fun and goodness. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.